people who may or may not have noticed, this is the third video in a row that I look the same. My name is MISSY and welcome to another episode of How to Cantonese. Well, I'm binge recording videos, is that how you say it? But anyway, that's not the point. Today we are going back to the very practical / easy part in Cantonese. Since the previous two episodes of How to Cantonese are grammar and grammar, so yes, we're going to talk about occupations, aka jobs. Let's start with the guidelines for different levels of learners. Any suggestion for this part, this little section's name, by the way? I really can't think of one. Anyway, let's get into the point. So for all the advanced learners out there, well, you should know basically all this stuff in this video. So consider that more like a review kind of thing, or just to make sure you are not learning the wrong expressions over all this time. You should be familiar with what I am going to teach. And for intermediate learners, maybe you can pay more attention on the sentence part. Yes, there will be some sort of sentences, and the vocab's easy. Maybe you were familiar with like more than half of them, at least the very standard parts, standard expressions, should I say? So maybe you can learn more slangs and stuff in this video. And for the beginners out there, actually the videos is for you guys. So time to expand your vocab bank and put more deposit in it. Without further ado, let's jump right into the vocabulary part. First of all, occupations or jobs in Cantonese is called職業, or more casually just 工. Let's move on to some classical examples of jobs. The first one is cops, policeman. Oh, should I say police person, police force? Otherwise it would be a microaggression. In Cantonese, it is 警察. But 警察 is actually a quite official or a standard way to address this job. Normally in a more slang-ish way, we say sir for male officers and madam for female officers. Yeah, they're actually English. There are two older expressions for 警察, which is 差人 or 差佬. Well, that's kind of sexist because it's only referring to men, but you know, as we're talking about like 10 or 20 years ago, so anyway. But the most common the most commonly used words are sir or madam, especially when you are talking to them face to face, you're addressing them.
madam, 你唔覺得好詭異嘅咩？做咩？個男人唔着得旗袍嘅咩？唔係唔得，不過 madam 唔中意，帶走。Yes, madam.
And the next one is doctors. Not the doctors that you study in university, the doctors that cure people's diseases. In Cantonese, they are called 醫生. But there is also another way to address them, which is 醫師. Well, the difference between yi sang and yi si is that normally we use yi sang to refer to Western doctors, not in terms of race, like you're a Westerner or something like that. It's just you will using Western medical knowledge to cure people. But easy is kind of specifically for Chinese medical knowledge, and Chinese medicine blah. Chinese doctors, the parts of speech is like totally messy, but you get the idea. Chinese doctors, yi si, Western doctors, yi sang, okay? And assistants of doctors, nurses, wu si, wu si. Well, wu si again is a very standard way a very textbook way to address them. Usually we call them gu lang in Cantonese. Well, gu lang literally just means maiden. Yeah, like a young woman. I don't know, maybe it's just because a lot of maiden used to become nurses, so that people just call them by maidens gradually. I don't know. Another very popular job, lawyers. Lawyers in Cantonese is luật sư, but there's a nickname for, I don't know, especially barristers. You know, those lawyers who need to go to court and wear wigs when they are doing their job. They're called 大狀 in Cantonese. So yeah. Other than lawyers, accountants are very popular in Hong Kong as well. An accountant in Cantonese is 會計師. Well, accounting is 會計, and C is just the professional personnel, so 會計師 is accountant. Teachers in Cantonese are 老師. Also, we can use more casual terms, so you can just use Sir or MISSY, and you can use you can call them with the surname altogether with this expression as well. Let's say if the person's surname is Tan, then you can refer him or her as Tan 老師, Tan Sir, or Miss Chen. And another one is driver, and driver in Cantonese is司機. Just like how teachers' title can be used with surnames, 司機, this title for drivers, can be used with the vehicle that person is driving. So let's say that person's a taxi driver. You can refer that person as 的士司機. A guy is driving a truck, then the guy is 貨車司機, or a bus driver, 巴士司機, and so on and so forth. Finally, the most broke occupation out of all of them. God. Students. 學生. Enough for the vocabulary part. If you're not familiar with the pronunciation, go back and watch it like a million times. And sentence part. So with occupations, we can use some very simple sentences, like asking about people's occupation or answering people about your occupations. What is your occupation? Or what do you do for a living? In Cantonese, the simplest way is 你做邊行㗎?你做邊行㗎? 行 here is not aisles, is profession. Professions. So literally, it kind of means which profession are you in, or which profession do you do? And also, there is a more polite but more cheesy way to ask the very same question, which is 你做盛行㗎?你做盛行㗎?盛行 is a very cheesy way to kind of elevate the politeness in your speech, so people will feel, oh, you are being polite, but you're kind of pretentious and you're probably 60 years old. And to answer this question, despite the question itself contains the verb 做, aka do, we don't use do to answer the questions. Like 我做警察, we don't say that to answer the questions if you are actually a police officer, because 我做警察, this sentence kind of gives out the idea that you want to be a police officer instead of you are already a police officer. So the correct way to answer the question is 我係一個警察. Well, 一個 is optional because it's the quantity indicator. You can say it or just leave it in your pocket somewhere and say 我係警察. That'd be enough. So yeah, just I am insert occupation here is enough to answer the questions in a very polite way. So I guess that's it for today's video, and I'm not going to do recap because come on, let's just vocab. Just go back and watch it like 2 million times. And thank you so much for watching this video. Leave a comment down below if you have anything else to ask or say. And leave a like down below if you find this one useful, enjoyable, helpful, all the stuff like that. Subscribe to this channel for more Cantonese tutorials, random vlogs and stuff, and time-lapse drawing as well. And maybe hit that bell notification thingy so that you can see my face whenever I upload. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!